Thank God. It's gonna start now, huh? One sec.
Yeah.
Yep, it's live. Yes. Hey guys, what is up, people? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope all of you guys are doing good. Sorry for the delay. It was because of Bhavna ma'am.
I already
She
told them. Anoop sir doesn't know how to run
she
a
was
Zoom
taking a little too
meeting.
long to get ready and all. That's
Oh,
why.
please.
That's
Oh, please.
why.
I know I look better than you, but that doesn't mean I take more time.
keep wishing, keep dreaming, but it's okay. Now
Acha,
let's
who looks better, bachcha party? Jaldi se, just pick your side. Who
such an
looks better?
easy,
Just who
such an
looks
easy.
better? Let me just do this with my hair as well. Who looks better? It's Anoop sir or Bhawna ma'am? Anoop sir is doing
Obviously
something.
me.
What? Anoop sir is doing what?
I know
I
that.
have
That's all I
seen
need.
boys
That is
doing,
all I need to do. See, look at that.
but
Anoop sir.
but I've seen
That's
boys
all.
doing that, and I like what? Take water. It's okay. Take water. What is?
It's okay. It's always see. Look at that. Anoop sir OP always.
Oh, excuse me. Oh my God, all those kids with Anoop
Look at
sir.
that.
जाओ मैं जा रही
अरे
हूँ मैं
yeah yeah.
हाँ हाँ all the 10th graders are with Anoop sir ना ये तो होगा ही है ना वेदिका it is Bhavna ma'am I know है
Yeah
ना
yeah.
पायल I know
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I know. I know. That's we are just throwing you a bone. That's all, ma'am. Be
yeah
happy. All right. So, anyways,
uh,
guys, a very warm welcome to today's session. I hope all of you guys are doing good, having a fantastic day. I hope you're able to hear my voice clearly and Bhavna ma'am's voice clearly, and you're able to see us. So today we'll be doing the practice paper part 3. We have done 2 of this already, where we have solved a couple of questions which are very, very important for your term 2 examination. Today we'll be doing some more questions. We'll be doing it together. Some questions will be taken up by Bhavna ma'am, some questions will be taken up by me, and some questions you have to solve it. So that's how it's gonna be. So let's get started, people, without wasting much time. Give me a oh yeah in the chat box if you guys are all ready. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
go on
Hi, Harman Jyoti. Arey, what's up? Hi, Simran, what's up? Dari, Simran. Yes, for
hi
sure.
Harmanjot
All right, so people, give me a oh yeah, so we can get started with today's session without wasting much time of yours. So I'm going to share my screen with you people so that you guys can.
sir is so handsome
I know,
कहाँ से
obviously,
कौन से एंगल
from
से
all angles, ma'am. It's not a question. It's not a
oh
question.
please
It's
I
like
think
an
so. You only
it's a
got a girl,
statement.
thankfully. Thank to God now. Always be thankful to God that she didn't go for your face.
Oh, oh, that's how it's gonna be. That's how you're gonna play. All right, all right. You haven't told them you're this thing, no? So I'm just gonna keep it a secret for now.
Oh,
Later.
okay.
So Bhavna ma'am has a good news, people. Bhavna ma'am has a very good news.
Anoop sir, you're actually doing this around.
Bhavna has a very
Yeah.
good news.
Okay, let's start with the mock test paper.
Plate change, plate change. All right, so let's get started. Let's get started
Okay.
because we have only 45 minutes and we have to.
Yeah. So, people, we will be doing like this as your sample paper. You know, you have 2 markers, 3 markers, and 4 marker case based questions. So, we will be planning like how to tackle with the physics part of it. So, obviously, when you are in the exam hall, it is 90 minutes total. What time we are spending here is right now because we are discussing. You have to devote some particular time to a particular marker question, and that is what we are also going to tell you. So, don't worry about it. We are going to start with the 2 marker question, right, sir?
Exactly, ma'am.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was just looking at the chat, and they were one of the students like, "Sir is beautiful," so I just
That is
lost in.
beautiful.
I know. I get
Oh
so
my
many
goodness.
compliments, ma'am.
That is beautiful.
Thank you. I know. It's like truth is coming out. That's all I can
Pani.
say.
Pani, I need water.
Take, ma'am. Take. It's okay. All right, so guys, without wasting much time, let's quickly get it over with. So we'll start with the two markers, then we'll go to the 3 markers, and then the four
Yeah.
markers. So 2 markers, as you guys already know, you have to keep it short and simple. The questions will be very straightforward, nothing too confusing. So it'll be easy for you to score your marks at this, in this particular thing. But then you need to be very aware of your concepts. So keeping that in mind, here is the first question. Bhavna ma'am, please go ahead and prepare.
Ma'am, I also got this. Sir is pretty.
I know. I'm telling you, no, it's like
Okay,
can't really
chalo,
help it.
let's read the first question. The question is given for 2 markers, right? Can you give me the permission to also annotate? Can I also annotate, sir? I'm just asking.
Yeah, I think so.
So
Wait,
do
how do
uh,
I do that.
Yeah, I guess I do have the permission. Thank you very much. Okay, so we were just writing here and let's just see what is given. So, Bacha Party, the question is three equal resistances are connected in series, then in parallel. What will be the ratio of their resistance? Now, this is one of the classic question that can come in 2 marks, asking you a very simple thing. See, be aware of this. From the chapter of electricity, we are most probably expecting numericals. It's not like that. There will be conceptual question like this, for example, because in this type of question, you first have to put your brain that what is the resistance value in two kinds of circuits, that is combination, series or parallel. Now talking about this one, it is said that you have three resistances. First, they are connected in series and in the next part, they are connected in parallel. Right, people? So this is the circuit that you can even also draw. And actually, making a circuit for the examiner's point of view is actually doing a good job for yourself. You make the life easy for yourself as well because you are able to understand where you are leading and you are giving a hint to the examiner that you know what you are doing. So make a rough diagram also is a good idea. But if your time doesn't allow, do not bother with that. Okay? So talking about they are equal resistors, let me point them out. R, R and R. All these three. Fine. So we have mentioned it R, 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 R. Now I am going to give you a shortcut here. This is a very smart move out there if you want to cross check at the end. But I'll tell you the shortcut first and then I'll tell you the real way. Obviously, if I ask you, I know in the chat you will be filling up all the answers already. You would have solved it. If I ask you what is the combination of parallel series, your answer will be, ma'am, R1 plus R2 plus R3. What is the formula for parallel? Who is going to tell me the formula for parallel? Yes or no? Come on, jaldi say. Ha, Pooja, super sweet. Ma'am is your little glove, is your cousin. ये क्या हो रहा है ये? What is happening? Tell me the formula यार. तुम एक पहली बात समझो. Answers are very important. But how to give the answer is more important in a subjective exam. If this is a 2-marker question, 1 mark is only to write the formulas. So you have to be on the right point for writing the formulas. What is it? Super good. So everyone, do remember that. Do not make the mistake कि ma'am, ये ना R equivalent is equals to 1 upon this plus this plus this. That is one of the biggest mistake I have seen in my life. हर कोई करता है. Whenever it comes to this parallel, they all try to write this. What they do? They forget that series mein to it is fine, but when you write for parallel, it is 1 upon R equivalent and everything is 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. Now, which is the shortcut formula? Let's talk about that. I love that. Sir, आपको ये वाला formula याद है? Series वाला. What is the R equivalent of
N
series?
into R, right?
Yes, it is super easy. N into R. What about R equivalent? Let's see, kids can answer. Can you tell me R equivalent for parallel? If they are equal resistances, what is R equivalent in parallel? Who can tell me? Sir बताएंगे, sir को तो आता है. वो you tell me, people. Yes, Cation Nivedha, super good. Shilpi ma'am will be super proud of you. It is R by N. So if I have 3 resistors, I can see it is 3R. And if I have 3 resistors, I can see it is R by 3. Now, everyone out there who have done it, do remember this when the ratio is being asked. And series is written before. So what is being asked to us? The question is find RS is to RP. So when we do RS is 3R is to R by 3. Now this is something fun that all of you guys got it, ma'am. What will be the answer? R9 is to 1. So if you are not writing this formula, you are losing marks. If you are writing this formula and then putting it like this and this, that will work. But you have to write this formula. Do remember this. Right, people? Right, Anoop sir?
Absolutely.
Yeah, will I get 2 marks?
Oh yeah, sure. Why not? You get a star also for extra
Good
for good handwriting.
job.
But yeah, I'm just thinking, like to explain one question, we took 20 minutes. How is it going to be for the next?
Serious? Okay, I'll cut myself down. That's what I do. I'll cut myself
Like
down.
20 minutes to do that.
No, I didn't do. I started it at 5:15.
What? Yeah.
Okay.
Guys, please take a screenshot of this one because I'll be erasing it right now. But yes, absolutely correct. You can just use the formula. But remember one thing. I mean, this is the mistake that I've seen a lot of students do. It's not 1 by R equivalent is equal to 1 by R by N. It's R equivalent is equal to R by N. So that is one thing that you should not forget while you're doing this, because otherwise you'll end up mixing it and you end up getting the wrong answer. Anyway, so that's the end of the first question. Let's go on because we have limited amount of time. So second question, people, here it is. Very simple numerical, very straightforward. The question is, how many bulbs of 81 watt, I believe it's watt, should be joined in parallel to draw a current of 2 amperes from a battery of 4 volts? That is the question. It's a very simple question. It looks a little complicated, but it's actually not. Let me tell you how to do this. How many bulbs of 81 watt should be joined in parallel to draw a current of 2 amperes from a battery of 4 volt? So the current is given as 2 amperes. So voltage is given as 4 volts. So what you can do is find out the resistance from this first. So what is the resistance? Resistance is equal to V by I, which is equal to 4 by 2, which is equal to 2 ohms. So this is the total resistance. Now the question is, how many bulbs of 81 watts can you connect in order to get a resistance of 2 ohms is what is the question. So here what you can do is you can use the formula that is R equivalent, or the formula itself. R equivalent is equal to R by N. So total resistance, the R equivalent is 2 ohms. The resistance, I think, is it 81 watts or is it 81 ohms? I'm not really sure though. Ma'am, any inputs on this? Is it
Ma'am, I guess this, sir, this will be 81 ohms. That's what
ohms
I
only?
think.
No, I think so. Watts
Yeah.
doesn't make sense. So we'll just put it as 81 over here and N. Take N to the other side because you have to find out the number of resistors that connected in series, right?
Now
Sorry, in
I think
parallel.
it is what? Because 81 by 2 will be an odd number and
I
we
know.
cannot have
I think
half the
it should
bulb.
be 80 though. Is it 80 or is it 81? Is it
I don't
81
know.
watt?
Sir.
All right. Okay. Let's take it as 81 watts. We'll try to find out the resistance of each bulb then. So power is equal to V square by R. So we know that it's 81 is equal to V square by R is what you're supposed. Sorry, R is what you're supposed to find out. V square is 4 because it's connected in parallel. So resistance would. Okay. How do you erase this thing? All right. Okay. Yes.
Eraser. There is an
Okay.
eraser.
Wait. Okay. What did I? Why is it? Okay. Wait. All right. Wait a second. How am I able to? Okay, yeah, eraser. Why is this here now? Did I write this? No, right? Okay, did you wrote it?
No, I didn't wrote it. It's your right.
What is happening?
I don't
I'm not
know.
able to erase. Okay, I think I
Wait,
just used the one on the. Oh,
एक second ना do undo. Control Z, Control Z.
okay, wait a second. Let me just see if I can erase. Okay. I use the Google pen instead of the.
Big.
So like, why
I
is this
said
happening?
ना Anoop sir को नहीं आता. He doesn't know how to run with the
I'm very tech savvy people. Okay, anyway, so power is 81, which is equal to V square is 4 square by R. Please let me know what is the resistance, people. So R is equal to 16 by 81. How much will you get? What is the resistance of each bulb then, people? Quickly in the chat box now. If in case, if you have to find out the resistance, how will you tell me what is the resistance? 4 into 4 by 81. How much will you get? Quickly now. We don't have much time. Let's go. Very quickly. 4, pakka, 100%. 4.
Actually, they're saying 1 unit can change the whole question. Very correct.
I know exactly. They have not mentioned the unit also. Then what will I do? We'll assume it. That's all. Okay, so people, please let me know what is 4 into 4 divided by 81 quickly in the chat box. Yes, I know. Bhawna Mam is also calculating. Bhawna Mam, come on. I know.
No,
you can
I'm
do
the
this.
chatting.
Like, do it. It's in the chat box. All right. Anyways, so okay, whatever value you get, people, you can put it over there. So okay, we'll just take it as 4 by 9 for now. Arun Kumar has told us 4.9, 4 by 9. So I'll just take it like that. Substitute the value over here. Then once again erase this and then substitute the values over here. So you will get it as R equivalent is what? R equivalent is how much would we get? We got it as 2 ohms, right? And this is 4 by 9 divided by N. Okay, I think there's some mistake. I don't know what is the mistake exactly, but there is some mistake. Not really sure what is wrong here, but 2 by 9 into 4. So it's 8 by 9. I'm getting it as 8 by 9 for God's sake. All right.
That was 8.
I don't know. I don't know why we are getting this. Guys, we'll just get this corrected. We're not really sure if it's 81 watts or is it 81 ohms or is it 8 ohms. There's no clarity at all. But nonetheless, we'll just keep it as, so this is the method to do it. Just learn the method. I think that's fair enough. So let's just learn the method for now. This is the method to do. I'll just do it one more time. Just a quick this thing, guys. One sec. Because,
Can we check on the solution slide once?
that's what, ma'am. They have not given.
N is equals to 4. They are taking it as 8.
8 is the resistance.
Yeah, they have taken it as 8.
If they've given it as 81. Here
Yeah,
they've taken it as
that-
81.
That's the issue. It's 8.
All right. So guys, please ignore it in the sense it's our fault. It's our fault in the sense the question itself was kind of, what is happening there?
So can you just clear this? What is
All
written
right.
here?
So guys, I'll just do this one more time, one sec, because there was a small confusion with the question itself. So the resistance of each bulb is given as 8 ohms. All right, resistance of each bulb is given as 8 ohms. It's not 81, it's 8 ohms. All right. Now current is given as 2 amperes. The voltage is given as 4 volts. First thing what you have to do is, see, you have to make sure that you connect the the bulbs in parallel. You connect the bulbs in parallel such a way that the ammeter reading you get is 2 amperes and the voltage is 4 volts. So what will be the resistance that you're going to get? You're going to get the equivalent resistance that you're going to get is basically equal to V by I, which is equal to 4 by 2, which is equal to 2 ohms, right? This is the equivalent resistance. The equivalent resistance is 2 ohms. Now to find out the number of bulbs, all you have to do is use the formula that is when you have n number of resistors, because each of them have the same value of 8 ohms. So you can take it as R equivalent is equal to R by N. R equivalent is 2 ohms. This is given as 8 because it's 8 each has a resistance of 8 ohms. So that's divided by N. N will go to the other side. So N is equal to 8 by 2. That makes a lot more sense. So 4 bulbs is the right answer.
Otherwise, Anoop Sir will invent a new kind of bulb which will be connected in half as well.
I
right?
know, exactly.
Anoop Sir,
Absolutely. I mean,
that's the
if it's up
point.
to me, I would have done it long back. Anyway, so people.
Go to hell, Edison Baba. Who are you? I am the one.
Guys, please get this corrected. It's 8 ohms, all right? It's 8
Yeah.
ohms, not 81. That was the confusion. So please get that corrected.
And that was a big one. And it
I
was
know.
truly said that one confusion can make it. And what is the thing? See, Anoop Sir was saying, now I was taking like 20 minutes to solve one question. It happened to me. It
I
happened
took
to
10 minutes to
Anoop
solve
Sir
this
only.
one. Okay, let's
So
go for the next one.
really,
Let's just quickly go through this.
really, let's say if this situation comes to you and you also get stuck to some of the question, then what to do? Now there are two choices, whether you can cut and cross and do it again. Because you have already have some idea, maybe you will figure out your mistake then easily because you're already in the mindset of the question. The second thing you can do is leave the question then and there like that and go to the next one. Do not get hyper or, oh my God, how I can do this. ये नहीं करना है. That is the biggest mistake you will do because that will not spoil your one question. That will spoil your other next question that are coming. So don't do that mistake. Take a breath, leave it there and do further. And at the end, come back to the question. It may give you a new vision as well. So whatever approach works for you, do it, but don't lose your calm. Okay, let's go to the third question. Explain the meaning of the word electromagnetic and induction in the term electromagnetic induction. Now, this is a very simple question, and if it comes for 2 marks, this is actually like halwa. When you talk about the term talking electromagnetic, it means electricity and magnetism are related. So the term electromagnetic is ideally coming from the point of view that electricity can be generated by magnetism. Now the point is, what is induction? It is generation or production of current due to what? Now here your answer will go to an extended version where you can explain electromagnetic induction as many ways as you want. For example, you can state the Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction, that wherever there is a changing or varying magnetic field linked with a conductor, a current is induced. Ideally, Faraday law says a voltage is induced, but as we know, with voltage the current is linked, hence current is also induced. So you can actually write as much as you want, but first make sure you're writing two lines with electromagnetic. What does that mean? When electricity and magnetisms are related, we call the term electromagnetic. Here it means when due to the presence of magnetism, electricity can be produced. Induced word means we are generating electricity in a circuit, right? So you can just combine them, state Faraday's laws, explain electromagnetic induction as much as you like, but do not try to extend कि बस मैं तो कहानी लिख दूंगा. Don't do that. ठीक है? So 2 marker question, you can definitely do so. Let's go to the next one.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Fourth question: give any to use of magnetic compass.
My goodness,
I think
this
is
question,
so-
if it comes, Anoop Sir is going to laugh
I know,
out.
even
Yes,
sixth grader would be able to answer this.
yes,
Honestly,
it's
even a sixth
LOL
grader.
question.
All right, so guys, quickly in the chat box. I'm not going to answer this one. You guys know the answer to this. Put it out in the chat box. What is the list any to use of a magnetic compass? Any to use that you can think of.
This is like too easy.
I know
Too easy.
it's too easy. Exactly. I don't. This should not be in a 10 standard, slide at all. First of all, that's it. It should not be
Nancy is
there.
writing for the last answer. The word induction means the current is induced. Very correct. But you cannot write induction means induced. You have to explain the term. What does induced mean?
Exactly.
Okay? You cannot define it. Bhavna is my name. My name is Bhavna. We cannot go like that, right? So we have to go with this.
Exactly.
One
yes.
is direction correctly,
Absolutely.
but hi-fi team be a bit more elaborative out there.
True. I
बेचारे
mean,
exam में
one is
थोड़ा
absolutely
समझा
correct.
दो.
It helps you to find out which is the north pole of the earth, the magnetic, north and south
Exactly.
pole, or the pole of the earth, that is the north and the south pole, the geographic north and south pole. And the other use of magnetic compass is basically to find out the magnetic field around a magnet or a current carrying conductor. You can actually plot out the entire magnetic field by using just a compass and nothing else. So that is another use of this. Exactly. All right. Yeah, you can also mention to check the polarity also. That is also correct to some extent. Yes, to check the polarity of a magnet as well, you can actually use a compass.
Nancy, perfect answer. Perfect.
All right.
2 marks. Pule 2 marks.
Exactly. That's all. All right. Next question, ma'am. Fifth question.
Okay. Calculate the resistance of an electric bulb which allows 10 ampere current when connected to a 220 volt power source. My goodness, sir. Is this mock test paper prepared by you?
You think so?
I think so.
You think
Anoop sir
so?
is so. I should not say that, but he's not handsome, but he's this much concerned with the kids that he will make the most easiest paper if he makes it. है ना?
I mean, if I were, I would have made everyone score 90%.
Yes,
Because
see,
of the-
Anoop sir would have. And think about all those kids who are already getting 90. तुम तो बेटा 100 से ऊपर हो.
Exactly. I would have made everyone gets 90%.
Super great. So calculate the resistance of an electric bulb. There is an electric bulb given where the current is drawn 10 ampere and we know the voltage is 220 volts. My goodness, this is the simplest of. But yeah, do write what you are using. Because when you are missing onto these points, you are making the life of examiner difficult and the examiner doesn't want that. So do write everything what you are using, where that formula is coming. So we are simply using Ohm's law. It's a simple case of Ohm's law. We just have to calculate the resistance. My goodness, I'll die doing this question. Your R is nothing but V upon I. So it's 220 upon 10. My goodness, sir. ये तो 2 marks मतलब गोली में दे दिया आपने.
That
Oh, I'm
was,
so sorry.
that was very straightforward, guys. That was very
I'll just
straightforward.
remove everything. Wait up. So this is actually too easy, people. Too easy. This question is not going to come in your class. Not in your class for sure. मैं ये भी बता रही हूँ.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay,
So
we are
finally,
going to do
after
markers.
30 minutes, we have completed the 2 markers. Now let's enter into the 3 markers, which is going to be a
Then
little bit more
first,
elaborate.
everyone has to give a yo in the chat. Everyone. For the last question and for all those 2 markers, we have done superbly nice. And if Anoop sir prepares the paper, this will be the one. Give a yo. Give a yo.
For
Come
sure.
on.
And
Give
yes,
a yo,
guys, for all
people.
those who are confused about this one, let me just write it down once again because I saw a lot of chat going on about this. So once again, I'll just quickly mention this very quickly. I'll just write it down. See, guys, the only thing you need to understand is that you need to find out the number of bulbs, and each bulb has a resistance of
Whoa,
8
and
ohms.
Vesha, whoa.
So for that
Anoop
reason-
sir is the only serious teacher in Vedantu with no nonsense talk.
Thank you. Thank you. I know. Respect. Love. All right. So anyways, as I was talking, 8 ohm is the resistance of each bulb. See, they've given you that once you join these bulbs in parallel, your current reading is 2 amperes. Voltage anyways will remain same because they're all connected in parallel. That is 4 volts. So you need to find out what is the equivalent resistance then. So use Ohm's law first. Find out the equivalent resistance, which is nothing but V by I. So the total voltage is 4 volts. The current is 2 amperes. So total resistance you're going to get it as 2 ohms. That's it. That is the equivalent resistance. Now that you know the equivalent resistance, and each resistor has a value, or each bulb has a value of 8 ohms, once again you have to use the formula R equivalent is equal to R by N. When you have N number of resistors connected in parallel, each having the same value, this is the formula you must go with. This is to find out N, that is the number of bulbs that you can connect. So substitute the values over there, get the answer. All right. For all those who are a little confused about this one, that's how you get that done. All right. Anyways, so people, I'm going to go ahead with the 3 markers. We don't have much time, and again, we are broke, so we don't really, so because that we have not renewed our Zoom link. So after 45 minutes, it'll automatically get disconnected. That is why we are in a hurry. We're broke. All right. So 6th question, people. 6th question. Let's quickly get through this one as well. 2 lamps, one rated at 100 watt at 220 volt and another at 60 watt and 220 volts are connected in parallel to an electric supply. All right, main supply. What current is drawn from the line if the supply voltage is 220 volts? What is the current is what you're supposed to find out. Now here they have given that both of them are connected in parallel. So I would just suggest one thing to do over here, guys. Find out the individual current of each of the lamps. The first one, find out I1, which, see here they've clearly mentioned what is P. P1 is equal to 100 watts and voltage is given as 220 volts. So find out the current. You can easily find that out because we know that P is equal to V into I. Substitute the values. So you'll get it as 100 is equal to 220 into I. So I is going to be equal to 100 divided by 220. Again, I'm using the same thing. For some reason, I'm so used to this Google pen that I'm going with that itself over and over again. Anyways, so it's 100 divided by 220. So you would get it as 10 by 22. If you want to simplify it further, you can do that. So that's absolutely up to you guys. Now again, for I2 also do the exact same thing. We know that P2, that is power of the second lamp, is given as 60 watts with voltage supply of 220 volt itself. And again, current, you can easily find out the current over here. So you can get it as P by V, which is equal to what? 60 divided by 220. Again, simplify it further, you'll get it as 6 by 22. If you want to simplify it further, you can absolutely do that. So 2, 3. So it's going to be 3 by 11, and this should be equal to 1 by 2, right? Sorry. 1 by 11, 1 by 11, sorry, 1 by 11, and, 5 by 11, no, what? 5 by 11, 5 by 11 and 3 by 11 is what you're going to get. Now, see, they're both connected in parallel. Now, in parallel connection, we know that the current is going to get divided. The current is going to get divided into I1 and I2. But the overall current is what they've asked from the voltage supply. So all you have to do is add it up. That's all, because ultimately the total current would remain same. So all you have to do is add it up. So total current I is equal to I1 plus I2, which is equal to what? 5 by 11 plus 3 by 11, which makes it 8 by 11. Amperes. So if you want to convert it, you can absolutely do that. So if you convert it, you'll get a 0 point something, 0.7, something like that you'll get. Yeah. So that is the answer, guys. Got it? Clear? Understood? Ma'am was sitting and chatting with the students from that time. Alright, so guys, is it clear? Is it clear? I hope it's clear. It's very straightforward. Now, this is one way to do it. Now, if you want to try the other method, that is also fine, where you find out the resistance of each of them, then find out the current. That is also absolutely fine. You can do it that way also, but it's a little longer, that method. This one is pretty straightforward, I would say, and it makes your life a lot more easier, right? At the end of the day, it's a 3 marker, so you don't need to do too many calculations and all, right? Okay. Next question.
Okay, so the question reads here, and this is a 3 marker question. Fine. First of all, it's a 3 marker question. What does it say? It says that which one uses more energy, a 250 watt TV set in 1 hour or 1200 watt toaster in 10 minutes? Oh my goodness. I will always go with the TV set. I am not a big foodie, but I am a big Bollywood geek. So मैं TV set के लिए जाऊंगी. But if it is Anoop sir, he will definitely go for the toaster. Doesn't matter the TV is there or not. Please give me my toast.
Exactly.
Okay?
Exactly. I know.
So let's see, doesn't matter who uses which more energy, it is about our priority. But the question is so, the examiner wants to know which uses more energy. So it's a very simple question because it is, we already know. So there are two cases. One is TV, one is the toaster. Right. एक है पेट का सवाल, एक है entertainment का सवाल. So when we talk about this, we have given the power. Let's call it P1 as 250 watt and the other one is P2 as 1200 watt. Right. So the timing is different. One is using an hour. It is used for an hour. So you all know power into time gives me the electrical energy. That is what we have to find the electrical energy. So if we talk about this, my energy for TV is going to be 250 into 1, which is simply 250 kilowatt hour. This is the energy that the TV consumes in 1 hour. Now here we have to do a bit of a change because time 2 is given in minutes, right? So what will be its timer in seconds? It's simply divide by 60. The answer will be 1 upon 6. Let's keep it this way only. This much hour. And we have to check it. What is the energy? So E2, the formula remains same. Nothing changes. The answer would be 1200 into 1 by 6. Why I left it 1 by 6? Now you know. So don't do the hurry of converting everything to decimal. Simplify things at the end. That will make your life super easy. So when I do this, you know it is 200. Oopsie! Anoop sir ko bhook lagi hai. That is using less energy in 10 minutes as compared to the TV in 1 hour. But I have 1 hour of entertainment. I will watch any cartoon for 1 hour. फिर जब मुझे भूख लगेगी, I'll go to Anoop sir and he will make me a toast. Right?
Keep dreaming. Toast is for me.
Sir, so bad, sir. You will not make me eat food. How bad it is. So bad.
That's how when it comes to
Yeah,
food, no
I'll give you a burger.
My
See,
parents, my parents have clearly told me not to share food. When it comes to food, you eat it. That's all. You eat
this
it.
my papa also told me. Special things do not share.
Exactly. If it's food, then don't share. That's all. And yeah,
But I'll give
Harman,
you
don't
my
worry.
burger.
Towards the end, I'll answer that also. Like feeling stressed and all that, we'll answer that for sure. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Eighth question, people. Very quickly, very simple. I don't think this is supposed to be a 3-marker, but nonetheless, it's there. How does the strength of the of the magnetic field at the center of a circular coil of a wire depend on? Radius of the coil. If you were to increase the coil, the radius of the coil, or to decrease, what would happen to the magnetic field at the center of the coil is the question. The second part is the number of turns of the wire of the coil. Okay, let's start with the radius, guys. What would happen to the magnetic field towards the center of a circular loop if in case you increase the radius? What would happen to the magnetic field, the strength of the magnetic field at the center? Quickly. Quickly. Arey, hi-fi team. Awesome. Exactly, guys. Exactly. See, if you were to increase the radius, obviously as the distance increases, the magnetic field is going to get weaker and weaker. So it is inversely proportional to the radius of the coil, because as you increase the radius, the strength of the magnetic field towards the center would become weaker and weaker. Now to talk about the number of turns of the coil, if you were to increase it's very straightforward. We know that as you increase the number of turns, the strength of the magnetic field would also increase, which means that it is directly proportional to the number of turns. So this is a 3-marker apparently. But yes, I mean, I've just written down the words. Please do explain in your own words. Make it a little elaborate so that they actually feel like giving you marks. Because if you just write inversely and directly, they'll put a big vatta pujam on your paper. All right. So make sure that you guys write a little, explain a little, at least 1 or 2 statements in detail, so that you can get those marks and they don't, like take away your marks for nothing. All right. So that is the 8th question. 9th question, Bhawna Mam, please read out a tiny question.
मुझे जबरदस्ती बड़े क्वेश्चन देते हैं, फिर बोलते हैं you take more time. Okay, listen to this one. Another 3-marker question coming our way. 3 resistors, 5 ohm, 10 ohm, and 15 ohm are connected in series, and the combination is connected to the battery of 30 volt. Ammeter and voltmeter are connected in the circuit. Draw a circuit diagram, sir, to connect all the devices in proper correct order. I love do this because we take circuit diagrams for granted, but let's make it, please don't bother my drawing. It's very pathetic. But yeah, we have 3 resistors, 1, 2, and 3. Let's make this as a parallel circuit. Oh, they're series or parallel. Oh, see, this is one of the mistake I would do in excitement, because I would read it wrong and I'll draw my circuit. It is written in series, so let's make it
So
5,
don't
10,
follow Bhavna ma'am.
and
Telling you.
15. Yeah, don't be Bhavna ma'am for this. Okay, and they are connected in a series with the battery. So I'll just connect a battery here, which is of 30 volts. Let's call it 30 volts. Then it is being said that there is, okay, now I have forgotten to write it, so I have to rub somewhere. I have to rub this. Why I'm doing so? Because I have to connect the ammeter and the voltmeter. Now the voltmeter are connected, but voltmeter should be connected in parallel. We all know that, right? So how to go? Let's read the further question. Draw a circuit diagram to connect all the devices in proper correct order. What is the current flowing and potential difference across 10 ohm resistance? So if I may do this, I can do this, that I can connect the voltmeter here. Is it fine, Anoop sir, or am I making a mistake here as well?
No, it's correct, ma'am. Because they've asked us to find out the potential difference across the 10 ohm, no?
So simple, Bhavna, ठीक है, ये mic drop. Period. It's fine. It's fine.
Where's the mic, by the way? Where's the mic that you're dropping?
I am dropping. It's my mic. I don't even have a karaoke at home. I can do that. Chalo, let's do this very
You have a
simply.
karaoke at home?
No, I don't have one.
Oh my god, people! Oh my god,
No, I don't
that
have
was a
one. But I would
karaoke
love to
machine.
have one. But I see my husband is totally not into it. If he would have been, I would have definitely got
Okay,
one.
tell me this thing. How many times has the neighbors called the cops for making too much noise? Like, for that, that Batsurat.
Even one. I am Khoobsurat. Don't say that.
No,
My voice.
I'm talking about your voice.
So you agree that I'm Khoobsurat, right? You are agreeing to that.
No, I'm not saying anything.
You are agreeing.
I'm chatting with the students. Yeah, please continue. Please continue.
Okay, so we have these three resistances connected with this. Now, as you know, first of all, to figure out the current, now ammeter always read the current to be equal in a series circuit. So first thing, let's figure out the ammeter reading only. So when I talk about ammeter, I first have to find R equivalent, which will be simply R1 plus R2 plus R3, right? Now these values are given to be 5 plus 10 plus 15. My answer would come out to be 10 plus 5, 15. 15 plus 15 is 30 ohm. That's my total resistance. Once I know the total resistance, my voltage is 30 volt. My current can be figured out by Ohm's law. As we all know, we have to write everything. So by Ohm's law, we are going to get it V what? V upon R, V into R. This is one of the mistake that also very common that we forget. So remember one formula. So I'll go with the South Indian because Anoop sir is here. I love to remember my Ohm's law by the formula Vada. Vada, you know Vada? Anoop sir, you know Vada?
No, I don't. What is Vada?
I don't.
Can you please explain what is Vada? I really want to
So
know.
Vada is a donut, Indian donut. ठीक
What's
है?
a donut, ma'am? What's a donut? I've never.
Oh my goodness, ये तो गरीबी की ज्यादा हद हो गई
I
अब
know.
तो.
गरीब है हम तो गरीब है. I told you, we don't have money to
We don't
renew
have
the.
Zoom call का
We don't have money
link.
to. We don't have money to renew the Zoom call. So yeah. हम तो
So
गरीब
vada
हैं.
is nothing but it is rava idli. This is what I was telling you. Vada is nothing but it is rava idli. So you can remember the formula
That
this
is
way,
the
so
most
you never make a
senseless,
mistake. But I remember,
stereotypical
I
South
do
Indian thing I've
remember this.
heard. See, most senseless, stereotypical
Acha,
South
chalo.
Indian thing.
If it is going bad, I have one more way of remembering it. What is it? We are Indians. So we are not South Indian, North Indian. We are Indians. I remember the formula this way. I never go wrong because sometimes I get confused. कौन सा term ऊपर है, कौन सा नीचे. So when I look at this, my I will be V upon R. It is simply 30 upon 30. And I'm so sorry, the space is here. My ammeter is going to read 1 ampere. Now, as a series, all the three resistors will have the same current value. That is point number 1. Now, the other thing comes, is the voltage also same in series? The answer will be a big no. It has to be as per the resistance. It divides among the resistance according to their value. So now I know the total current. I also know the individual current. So let's call it as I regarding 10 ohm wala resistance will also be 1 ampere. My resistance is given to be what? It is 10 ohm. I can find V again by using Ohm's law. What I'm going to do? I'm going to write it down. V is equals to IR. Now this time IR is particularly across 10 ohm resistor. So I is 1. This is 10. My answer is simply 10 volt. And there it is, 3 marks into the pocket without doing all that bad thing that Anoop sir was doing. Anoop sir, this is a very good mnemonic. You always make fun of me. पसंद नहीं है आपको कि कोई अच्छा तरीका बता दे.
Can we have a big round of applause for the way
He's
ma'am
so
explained
bad,
this?
yaar. He's so bad. Oh,
So can we have a big round of applause, guys? Can you just take 1 second of your time? I know that you guys
sir,
are
we
in a
don't
hurry,
have time. We are
but
Garib. Don't do
you
that.
just-
Let's
can you
go.
just- even if the meeting ends, it doesn't matter. Please, can we have a big round of applause for the way ma'am explained this?
Thank you,
Like,
thank you. Wow.
I actually felt like I'm in third standard and my teacher is explaining. I'm looking like this. Explain, ma'am. Yes. I actually felt like that.
But that's a cute, na?
such
In third
explanation.
standard, every student has crush on their teacher. You know that?
My God, what school were you in?
I also had a crush on my teacher. Even though she was a lady teacher, I had a crush on her. She was. Mm.
We are going to get cancelled for this one dialogue.
Nice, but I was very young, not even third. When I was in KG, my best teacher is that teacher. I still remember her name, Varsha ma'am. That is the thing that happens.
You're not supposed to
Childhood-
reveal all these secrets. I'm supposed to ask you these questions and then you're supposed to reveal it. Alright, anyways, can we
Yeah.
go on to the next question now?
Everybody
Guys,
is laughing, sir.
Please forget the last part. That was not intended. That was not intended.
Okay.
Alright, anyways, so we will, okay, let's go on to the next question very quickly, guys. I think we are entering into the 4 markers now. The last set
4
of
marker
questions.
is case based, I guess.
Okay, oh, by the way, ma'am, please.
Please.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
सर ये तो 8 अप्रैल वाला है तो हो गया सर.
Oh, yes, it's already done. But nonetheless, people, if you've missed it out, check it out on the YouTube channel.
But there
It's
is
right there.
something that is good that happened on 8th April. Let's just talk about that for a minute.
Look at the claps, my God.
So everyone knows now they have a crush at 3rd grade with their teacher. Everybody has it. I know
think
na
I
sir.
had a crush in 3rd grade and all.
But you had a crush on your teacher, yes or no? Every student has. Once in their life they have.
I mean, I was too much into football at that time. I was.
So
always-
maybe in college you were that kind of a chapri.
No, what? What? Moving on, people. Let's go on to the 4 markers. Let's not reveal
No,
secrets.
before 4 marker, can we just go back to that slide, sir?
Yeah.
So, students, 8th of April, something revolutionary happened on Vedantu. If you have seen it, you already know. If you have missed it, it's nothing to be missed about because now Vedantu have made exactly its promise true that Har Ghar Vedantu, that if it is affordable, great education from great educators, you can get it for sure from your home, and the prices has been dropped to such an amazing thing that you might be paying only, and I'm saying that less than your Maggie, rupees 10 per class. And that too, not just for 9th, 10th. I'm telling this for JEE and NEET, which nobody has ever dreamt of making education available, quality education available to everyone out there at such an affordable price. So if you are still waiting, do not wait any further. There are description link mein, there are links given to you with the perfectly best new classes that we are bringing up for you guys. Please do check them. Please go and get them right away if you are not away then yet. And yes, the most important thing, if you think that Anoop sir is beautiful
Yes,
and
yes, they do.
pretty
That's not even a
and
question.
handsome, you can obviously put his code as well, which will give you another further 10% discount, making the cost even less. And if you think I'm pretty, I'm beautiful, and I'm smarter than Anoop sir, you know what is the code you can put it. So all those people who are preparing for that 10th board, next step is to go for JEE, next step is to prepare for NEET, then do not miss on this opportunity. Right, people? So take that into account. Let's go to the last question of the day. That is
Before
the
that, guys, I'll
4
just quickly show you the link as well, just for the sake of it.
Yeah, sure.
You can also see some description at the bottom. I know that, committing for a 2-year is not a small deal, right? It takes a lot of convincing, your parents as well, because it's a very big step that you're taking. So in order for you to get more, clarity on what are the sessions going to be like and how we'll be able to guide you better, you have a text, scroll down text at the bottom. Please note down the number and send this message to them saying that my name is so-and-so and I am interested in JEE or NEET, the 2-year course, and I am coming here after watching your favorite teacher's name as well. You can either put Bhawna Mam's name or my name and send the text to them so that they can contact you and your parents and actually, you know, explain in detail what really goes on for this next 2 years. Now, I'll just quickly tell you why this is so amazing, guys, because throughout the past 4-5 years since Vedantu has existed, things that we've always wanted to, make it as affordable as possible, but it was never possible because of several constraints. But now, with all the intervention of technology, we have actually made it happen. And this is what you're actually getting for the next 2 years. The 2-year NEET course, where you'd be attempting your exam on 2024, you would be getting it for just 13,500 rupees. As ma'am mentioned, it's going to be less than 10 rupees per class. It's going to be even more lesser than that. Why? Because you're getting sessions every single day for physics, for all your, physics, chemistry, bio, as well as mathematics for your JEE as well as NEET, and this will go for the next 2 years. So that's basically less than 6,000 rupees for JEE and NEET preparation. That is never seen before. So all you have to do is click on buy course and you will see it right here. This is the AL live session. You can see all of it. You'll have in-class doubt solving by the class teachers. You'll have quizzes, you'll have hotspots, assignments, test papers, mock test papers, everything and anything that you need for your preparations. And I'll tell you what, guys, this year alone, we have more than 1,400 students who have cleared their JEE through Vedantu, and they're going to become the future IITians with 1,400 plus students. That's basically one of each two students, one of each, two out of two students, each of them have actually gotten into IITs now. They've gotten selected and they'll be, starting their courses this year. When you talk about NEET, that's about 1,120 students who are going to become the future doctors, which, as you guys know, is a very big deal in India, especially. Doctor or engineer, that's how it is. And it's not that, it's not that, it's not that those are the only two choices, but then we have made it like that. Right now, that is how it is. And to help you guys with that, we are also here. So you can check it out in the link. The description is right there. You can see it for yourself. All right. Use the coupon code AMEPRO or BE Pro. What is it, ma'am? BA Pro?
BA Pro?
BA or what is it? I don't know. It's BA Pro, guys. So you can use that and you guys can enroll into the courses. All right. So with that said, let's go on to the last 4 markers. That's it. That's pretty much it. This is the last question for today. The last and the final question. So I'll just read it out very quickly. 10th question. It is well known that magnetic field is caused by electric current. Whenever there is a change in magnetic flux linked with a coil or circuit, an EMF is induced in the coil. This phenomena is called as electromagnetic induction. The EMF produced in the coil is called the induced EMF. If the coil is closed, the current thus produced is called as an induced current. The direction of induced current is determined by Fleming's right-hand rule. These induced current are used in a moving coil microphone, tape recorders, video recorders, hard disks in computers, and etc. Based on the above information, answer the following question. Super easy question, guys. It's basically a case study based question. Couple of, you guys know what a case study is. You'll be given a paragraph and a couple of questions based on that. So here's the first one. State Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. Very quickly in the chat box. Ma'am, you can also see the answer if you want to. Come on.
मैंने आंसर कर दिया था. I already answered. Faraday's laws is very easy. He says stated that if there is a changing or varying magnetic field linked with the conductor, a voltage is induced and hence a current is generated. You can write that or you can leave that last 3 words because that is Faraday and Bhavna's law. We have to just state Faraday's law of EMI. So it states that a varying magnetic field linked with a conductor generates. So end with 3 words मैंने add करे. So it will be my effort also.
All right, let's go on, people. Let's go on. Please ignore that last part. Let's go on to the next one. State any 2 methods of inducing current in a coil. Any 2 methods that you can do. Yes, please.
One is you can make the coil move around a magnet. In that way, in a magnetic field. In that way, the current is induced in the coil. That is what a generator does. The other way is that we can also make the magnet move in a coil. So in that way, it means a relative motion. It does not care that whether the coil is moving, whether the magnet is moving, or whether they both are moving relative to each other. So you can just write it. One way is the coil is moving in a magnetic field. The other way is a magnet is moving in a coil. Both will be inducing or generating current.
Exactly.
Right, sir? 2 marks.
There has to be a relative motion. That's all, guys. Yes, exactly.
2 marks.
Absolutely, ma'am. 2 marks.
I think this is a 1 mark question, but I get 2 marks.
Yeah, and 1 mark extra for good handwriting also. Take
Yes.
it. All right, so I think that is the last question, guys. That is also the answer is very simple. There has to be a relative motion. Either you keep the magnet constant and you move the coil, or you keep the coil constant and you move the magnet. That's it. All right. So that's it, people. That is all from our side. And again, this is the message that you have to put in. The link, the numbers given right in the bottom. So you can see it over here. My name is so and so, and I want to join the family of JEE, NEET, or if you're moving to 10th standard now, you can put it as 10th. And I am texting after watching my favorite teacher's sir's or ma'am's name, whatever it is. You can put it down over there. And yes, that's it. That's all from our side.
Hey, sir, there's one more thing. You can tell them about Drona as well. Even Drona is still active.
Yes.
So for all those people who still think that this is the time they have not put in and now they still want somebody guides us, we have forgotten about this chapter or that chapter, Drona Reloaded is still there. You can check that in the description as well if you want to. It's a 15-day short course that covers all your subjects. So if you wish to, you can join Drona as well at a very super duper price because it is only 990 rupees.
Exactly.
Do not forget to use the codes as well because that is going to help you, right?
Exactly. You use the coupon code AME Pro. Always remember this code.
Hey,
that is gonna change your life.
Hey.
It's gonna be with you. It's gonna bring you a lot of good luck.
Hey.
There's this forward message that you get on WhatsApp. No, if you don't forward this message, you will have 10 years of bad luck.
Yeah.
AME Pro is like that.
I
If you
hate
don't
those
use that
people.
coupon code.
If
If you don't use that coupon code, you're gonna have 5 years of bad luck. I'm telling you.
So you're not going to have any bad luck for not using any of the coupon code, but yes, you will definitely have some good luck there.
My tongue and all has black spots on it. Whatever I say will become real.
Yeah, Anoop Sir is Anoop Sir. I'm
That's
very...
a South Indian belief. Anyway, so I guess that's it from our side. Exactly 1 hour. And luckily the Zoom meeting did not end. So thank all the Zoom mods. Thank you, Zoom
हम लोग
mods.
गरीब हैं. They gave us some extra time.
I know. Zoom felt sorry. He's like, le lo.
Hey, but today 9 p.m. something is happening on our channel.
Oh yeah, guys. Oh yes. How can I forget that, by the way? I know something exciting.
I am super excited. Let's see what is going to happen.
Awesome. Something so awesome that it is going to blow all the 7 wonders of the world out of the water. Something so awesome. Something so awesome is going to happen on this channel today that you're going to wish. You're going to have this FOMO, fear of missing out, if you are not there. So at 9 o'clock.
Anoop Sir, you are.
I know, shairi, English shairi that is.
Yeah, it was 7 wonders out of water which are not in water.
Exactly.
Just adding.
Exactly.
Now it's like Bhavna and Anoop's law. I added 3 words.
Add everything. Add for every law, add Bhavna's law also.
And then Bhavna Mam will be in every law. I'll be happy, more than happy like that. Okay, so kiddos, that's it for our side, from our side for today's mock test. We will be bringing 1 more or 2 more mock tests before your exams. But what is more important, that you keep going. Right now, don't be demotivated. Don't get hyper. Don't lose your calm. Because that is going to make you miss much more than what you're gaining out of it. See, being worried about your exams is good, but having all those tensions will actually reduce what you can put as your best step forward, right? So don't be that. We will be right here, even on the day of your exam, before the day of exam, we will be right here together. Unfortunately, we are stuck together for the while.
No choice. I wish.
No choice.
I would have put a plastic board as this thing, but unfortunately, I can't do that.
Next time, I'll put a Zoom call. I'll put a cartoon over Anoop.
I'll put a cardboard cutout of you and keep it over there. That's all.
That's it from our side. Do check the links in the description because that may help you, or share it with anyone who really needs it. and that is going to help everyone. So be the good one. And yes, today's video like was 100. I have not checked it. I'll check it just after this video. 100 plus likes I'm looking for. If you did like it, if you want to share it with your friends, and if you are not subscribed to the channel, do it right away. Okay? Take care. Bye bye.
Take care,
Hasta
people.
la vista.
See you all.
Bye.
Yes. Bye, bye, people. See you.